Dear students, today's class will be on module 5, that is high voltage subject, on high voltage testing of electrical apparatuses. So previous videos already discussed regarding testing of insulators topic, bushing and testing of isolate and circuit breaker, testing of cables. Now I am going to discuss now. Okay, so the cables plays a very important role. Sometimes you can consider cables like underground cables will be there if they are erecting within the underground. So testing of cables has to be done because it is within ground, and so many condition, atmosphere condition it has to see, wet, dry, and all everything will be there, and its cable strength, how much it, whether is it will bend or not depending upon the season wise. So all those things they'll check it on that, whether it may be high voltage, impulse voltage, power frequency. So all testing they are doing on testing of cables. Let us see how the testing can be done on the cables. Okay, see, if there so how does testing on the cables? So cables plays a very important role for electrical apparatuses for transmission of electrical energy by the means of underground means and all. Okay, these are also very much important for transmitting voltage signals at high voltage. Okay, so the cables are very much important for transmitting high voltage signals. Okay, so testing has to be done on cables, very much important it is. And if they want to go for cable testing and all, so here so it is very much important that it has to withstand the most severe conditions which will arise during atmosphere conditions and all while doing cable testings. Okay, it should withstand all those things. Let us see, so what different types of test may be classified on the cables and all. See, sometimes they can do the mechanical test like bending test, dripping test, drainage test, fire resistance test will be the corrosion test. Thermal duty test they are doing on that, dielectric power factor test will be there, and power frequency withstand voltage test they are doing on that. Impulse withstand voltage test will be there on cables. Partial discharge test will be there on cables, and life expectancy test also will be there on cables. Okay, these are all general. So now thoroughly we'll go sometime in exam, they may ask different types of test which will carry out on cables and all. Okay, first one I'll take as preparation of cable samples. So here what they will do, instead of taking full cable whatever they have erected within the ground, what they will do, part of that cable they will take it out, so that they will do test on that cables and all. Okay, so now how much they can take here, the normal length of the cable sample they are taking is 50 centimeter to 10 meter they are taking out. Okay, they will check out all those excessive leakage or end flashover sometime may occurs during testing and all. They have to see all those things while during testing. Sometime what happens, if they carefully, if they won't take it out the cable for testing out, so sometime there will be excessive leakage will be there, or sometime the flashovers may takes place during testing also. Okay, that has to be taken care. So if you see the normal length of the cable, if you see while during testing will be 50 centimeter to 10 meter they are taking out from the ground and then doing test on the cables and all. Okay, so see the samples they have specified over here, just have a look. This is cables and terminals, this is resistance grading will be there, this is electrode configuration they are doing on that, and this is terminations used in the laboratories. Okay, so this is cable covered with this, above this insulator bushings will be there, and lead sheets will be there, and this is the high lactose electrode, and this is lower electrode sheet, and this is the conductor in middle, and above paper insulation, porcelain bushing, and semiconductor glaze also will be there. This is cables and terminals. Okay. Okay, while doing cable testing, so what they will do here, so in this cable sample testing also, they are doing some during power factor test also they are considering within this cable testing and all. So so here sometime in during power factor testing and all, one end of the cable, whatever cables will be there, one end cable end, so this whatever cable end where it will end, so they will provide with shields. So here see what they are doing on while doing preparation of cable samples, during power factor testing and all. So the cable ends whatever they have provided, so end side of the, this is end will be there, see this diagram, the end of the cable. So if any leakage current will be, that has to be avoided. Okay, so that's why the cable end they'll provide with shields and all. Okay, and so that if they provide shields of the end of the cable, so surface leakage current is avoided. Okay, this is preparation of cable samples. So next we will go with another testing of the cables, that is dielectric power test they are doing on that. While doing dielectric power test, what they will do here, so here we are considering sharing bridges they are using Along with this, whatever cable they have erected in underground and all, so they will connect with sharing bridges. As you know, starting itself of module 5A, I have started with sharing bridge. So that we are maintaining the ratio arms, the balance condition has to be maintained. So for dielectric power testing, if they want to do, so here sharing bridges they are using, and they will check out the power factor and dissipation factor has to be measured, that is 0.5, 1, 1.62 and all, okay, during the testing and all. Okay, and whatever the maximum power factor as well as difference between the power factor and the rated voltage is about 1.66 times the rated voltage. Okay, sometime what happens, even though if they are using sharing bridges and all, sometime if they want to take it power from the power that whatever cables they are erected, so what happens here, if they want to supply the this whatever power from of the cables from the available source, sometime what happens, they may feel difficulty in supplying the power of the cables from the available source. So that time what happens, the cables has to be connected along with this whatever cables, the chokes are used in the cables and all. Okay, they are using chokes here. Chokes are used at a suitable rated transformer. Okay, either they may use choke or a suitable rated transformer they are using. So whatever transformer winding will be there, they will connect in series with the cables and all. Okay, so sometimes they may feel difficulty while doing testing and all. Sometime what happens, they may felt difficulty in supplying the power. Volt ampere means power of the cables from the available source. That time what happens, these whatever these cables will be there, these are used along with series with the transformer windings and all. Okay, for during testing and all. Okay, so that's why if they are using like this, so that it will improve the power factor as well as the testing between the cable core and the sheet required. So it will improve the power factor between whatever the voltage required between the cable as well as sheet. It will improve the power factor. If power factor will improve, means what happens, the cable withstanding capacity obviously it will increase. Okay, though what happens, so therefore the sharing bridge plays a very important role in protection against over voltage as well as in case of breakdown takes place in the cables and all. Okay, so now what I have explained just now, just have a look here. So first one I explained based on how we can do the preparation on the cable sample testings and all, samples they are taking out, and dielectric power testing we are doing by using sharing bridges and all. Okay, next we can do high voltage test on the cables and all. So how we can do high voltage test on the cables and all? So now just have a look here. So here either high voltage may be, it may be of DC, it may be AC voltage, it may be impulse voltage, or it may be power frequency voltage and all. Okay. Okay, if they want to do high voltage test on the cables and all, so it may be the voltage may be high voltage, or now it may be impulse voltage, it may be power frequency voltage, or it may be switching surges. Any type of voltage will be. So all those has to be tested in the laboratories, and withstanding capacity also they are doing here. Routine test they are doing on the cables and all. If they are applying AC voltage to it, should be of 2.5 times the rated value. For 10 minutes they are applying, whether it will withstand or not. If they are applying for DC, on that, so 1.8 times of DC rated voltage will be there, and 30 minutes they are applying, whether it will withstand or not. And power frequency also they will apply on that impulse voltage also, because what guduga schedule agattala, sometime it will obviously it will fall on the ground and it should withstand that. So all those they will test in the laboratories and all. That is what high voltage testing on the cables. All voltages they will apply and they will do test. Okay, next test what they are doing on the cables is partial discharge test. In that, sample test is over, remaining whatever test on the cables is over, as well as whatever till now I discussed. Next will be partial discharge test they are doing on cables. In that, what is this discharge measurement? See, in partial discharge measurement, I told partial discharge already I discussed in previous module. Here what happens, if any internal defects will be there within that cables and all, that has to be tested. Okay, so discharge locations within that internal. Okay, so now this partial discharge measurement as well as discharge locations are very important for the cables, so that the life of the insulation is also depend upon how much voltage stress it can withstand within that internal discharge will be there. Okay, and so because of whatever the partial discharge test they are doing, so with this test we'll come to know the weakness of the insulation or faults, how much it can withstand the cable, so that how much it can withstand the voltage stress and all, they'll test out within that. These are all internal discharge test will be there. Okay, let us say this is what happens. This is equivalent circuit of cable for discharge and all, and this is the fault it has been happened, and this is the cable they have run. This is the long transmission line cables will be there. Okay, for equivalent circuit cables they have given here. This is equivalent circuit of cable for discharge, and the cable connection of discharge detector through coupling condensers and all that I am going to discuss below. The diagram will be there. So just have a look this diagram. So now done here. So here what they have given here, we are connecting whatever the coupling condenser will be there, and this is discharge detector you can call. Okay, so and this is the cable, one end of the cable, the first diagram you can see this. Okay, so now in this condition what happens here, this is A condition, this is DD is the detector which is connected to the coupling condenser at one end of the cable, and then which will what, and this is the coupling condenser, this is one end of the cable, and it will receive the transient or transient traveling waves will be there. Okay, at one end what happens, traveling waves it will receive directly from the cavity towards near end. Okay, so now here actually we are testing the cables, we are applying the discharge detector, partial discharge detector, and then coupling condenser. One end side the traveling waves means if any disturbance will be there, whatever waves will form, that is traveling waves. So that wave, if any something will happen within the cable, what the long means fast traveling wave will be there, that is one end side it will takes place, and slowly what happens, it will transfer to another end side, that is secondary traveling wave reflected from the far end is observed. Okay, now what happens here, so now two transient pulses will takes place. So now so see the detector response is the combination of two transient pulses. So now the another reflection takes place on the other end. So here two we have connected here. Now two transients will arrive at both the ends, one end here, another end here. Two transients will arrive at both the ends of the cable, and superposition of two pulses is detected. Okay, so now this can be added by two transient responses and all. This is discharge detector for long transient cable, as what we are analyzing during the testing of cables and all. Okay, so now here we are maintaining the time duration between the pulses and distance of the discharge is taking place within the cable, and that can be determined and all. Okay, so this is of discharge, partial discharge measurements and all. Next test will be on location of discharge, where exactly the voids it will takes place, where the fault it has been happened within the cables and all that we are going to test and all. Okay, I am showing these waveforms and all that what they are specified, the location of discharge and all. See, these are all the where exactly the discharge and all takes place. Detection of this is, see they have, this is the waveforms of discharge void, the weight fault it has been happened within that. This is hypothetical waves will be there, and how it will form within that discharge and all. These waveforms they are specified, and here this is 10.1 whatever they have given, the attenuation of traveling waves in the cables and all. Okay, this A1 whatever they have specified, or this 9th one they have given, detection circuits of pulses and all. Okay, this is resistors and capacitors, this is without capacitor, this is with capacitor, and wide the particular point which will indicate fault in that cables and all. Okay, resistor capacitor they are connected along with this, so that we can measure how much it can withstand the current, all those things within the cables. Okay, this detection circuits you for long cables and all, and this is the attenuation of traveling waves what they are specified within this. Okay, so this is all in, they are specified within this okay, they are specified within this location of discharge and all, with waveforms, with the diagram what I have specified. Next will be scanning method. In order to scan the entire cables, if anything will happen within while during manufacturing all, they'll check out all those things. If anything will happen within that cables, that has to be tested at the time of manufacturing itself. Okay, so at the time of manufacturing itself, so what happens here, whatever the core of the materials will be there, that is passed through the insulating material filled with the distilled water and all, they'll filled with that. Okay, and 4 electrodes are using in the rings and all at the both end of the tubes. Okay, and whatever the electrodes will be, these are energized by high voltage by the other 2 electrodes and all. Okay, so that if they want to do scanning methods and all, they'll put it the cable in particular solution, and they'll check out whether it will withstand that much of voltage or not. Okay, during scanning methods and all. Okay, in the scanning method what they will do exactly, whatever the cable will be, they'll pass through high electric field and discharge location, and they'll put it in one distilled solution. This whatever the core of the cable material will, they'll filled in the distilled water, and they'll check out, they'll do test and all. Okay, and during testing if anything will observe, if any discharge occurs between the electrodes, if the middle of the electrode, then it is passed through middle electrodes, and they'll check out the length of the cable along with that. Okay, they'll check out the testing process will actually. So whatever testing they are doing on this, they'll check out, main thing is they'll check out the defective insulation at the factory side, if any defect will be there. So by doing testing they can do this. Okay, and live test also they can do on this. The life of the cable also can be tested by using the relation EM is equals to KT, that is K is the constant what they are doing, N is the life index. Okay. In order to determine the expected life of the cable, normal stress also they can do on that. Okay. This is all about testing of the cable. And it is also established that relation between maximum electric stress as well as life of the cable of the insulation in a particular hours we are doing here. This is the equation they have specified for life test. EM is equals to KT raised to minus 1 by N. K is the constant which depends on the field condition and N is the life indexed. Okay. Obviously the life test of the cables has to be done whether it will withstand that much of voltage or not. Okay. So till now whatever I have discussed, the testing of cables, let us recall this. Okay, testing of cables we have done. First one will be preparation of cable samples, and second will be dielectric power test we are doing on that using sharing bridge, and high voltage testing on the cables of different voltages we are applying on the cables. Partial discharge, internal discharge we are seeing what type of voids will be there within that we are checking out, and we is using those cables which will one end is connected to discharge detector and coupling condensers and all, and location of discharge will check out where exactly it will takes place wide within that cables and all. Scanning method, so that in scanning method they'll put these cables in on particular solutions and all, so they'll check out whether it will withstand that much of voltage or not. And then life test they will do whether reliability, as well as life test means that reliability of the cable, how much years it can withstand. So the reliability lifetime also we can check out of the cables. These are all the testing of cables. Okay. So this is all the summary of high voltage testing of the cables. Next topic I will discuss what type of testing they are doing on transformers. It has been asked in question paper. Till now I discussed testing on insulators will be there, bushings will be there, and now cables. Next will be testing on transformers. Afterwards I will go for testing on surge arresters. Afterwards radio interferences and all. Thank you.